Okay, I believe we are live. Please give me a moment. I'll make sure everything is working fine, and we shall get started. Brilliant. It is all working fine. Let me sort out my microphone. Lovely. Hello and a very warm welcome to today's live stream. It is 4 o'clock in the UK, 8th of March 2021. Every weekday we go live at this time and cover topics such as Google Ads, video marketing, online and digital marketing, workflows, mindset, pretty much anything and everything to do with generating more leads and sales for your business and taking your online advertising and marketing to the next level. I usually focus on topics such as Google and YouTube ads, whereas my wife Farzana, she will have other very interesting topics and subjects like branding, workflows, everything except Google ads and video ads. So we make these live streams on a variety of topics and subjects. These sessions are very friendly and informal, and if you are new here, the format is I'm going to cover today's topic, and then towards the end of the session I'll try my best to answer any questions you may have. So if you would like to ask me any questions, please put them in the comment box around this video, and I'll try my best to answer them for you. Before we get started, I just want to make sure that the technology is working fine, which it is, and we can now get started. Usually these sessions are between 20 to 30 minutes long, and depending on how many questions are sent across, sometimes it's a bit more and sometimes it's a bit more quiet. Okay, so I hope you had a great weekend and looking forward to a profitable and a productive Monday and the rest of the week. Now, if you do wish to take your Google Ads and online marketing to the next level, we have one of the best coaching programs out there on the internet. The URL is over here. You can get some more information from here, and this course covers pretty much anything and everything you need to learn to take your marketing to the next level, which includes Google Ads, video ads, analytics, KPIs, dashboards, tag manager, display ads, video ads, pretty much anything you want. All these topics are covered, and we have 4 coaching calls per week at different times, obviously. So you can join in at the most suitable time, which is for you. Okay, so today's session is all about the jargons and what all these metrics mean, which ones you should be looking at and which ones you don't need to look at, or not. I wouldn't say avoid, because it is in here for a reason, but not everything is important for a particular business or an account. So sometimes too many KPIs and too much data boggles your mind, and you just need a nice clean dashboard to look at and understand how your ads are performing and what these actually mean. And this is where I find a lot of my students and what's the right or not, they have this problem with these, and I'll try to explain this in the interface now. When you go in your interface, you go to this columns over here, and then you can create different column sets. So it could be your column set, it could be a column set for direct conversions, another one could be for brand awareness campaigns, and so on. I'm just gonna go into one of mine and see what we've got. So on the right hand side over here are all the columns which I have set up right now. You can delete them, you can add them, and you will find a lot of these are over here. There are far too many. I don't want to have all of these in my face all the time, because then the data is going to be there'll be so much data in there. I will know where to look. I just want the most important ones, which I'm going to now show you what we do. So I'll close all of these. You don't get confused. Now, first of all, is the performance. You start from the top, and then you see, okay, what it is. Now, if you're not sure as to what this actually means, I mean, cost is a cost, how much you spent, hover the mouse, and you will find that definition or that meaning of that metric. Now, I'm not going to go through all the metrics as to what each one means. You can read them over here and you can get that answer. But what I'm going to show you is to how you can set up a nice little dashboard, which is, let's say, for a lead generation and or e-commerce store. And this is not necessarily for video campaigns. I want the clicks. I want to see how much it costs. Now, what you could do is you could put them in the order you want to see. So I always start from the top metric. So okay, let's say how much cost or impressions are we, how much are we spending, how much impressions we've got. So I can put the cost as the top. You can have the campaign time if you want, but these three which are locked, you cannot change or delete. These will always show up. These are the first three. Well, this is important, the status, budget, and the campaign. So you got the campaign type. Then I've got my cost. Impressions, how many impressions. So every time you check or uncheck, it is going to disappear from here, or you can click out from here as well. I want the cost and impressions back. They'll go right at the bottom. I'll pull them up. So these four, the top four, are really important. I want to know how many clicks are happening on my ads, what's the cost, how many times my ads are showing, and the CTR, the impression, the click-through rate. Now you will also find over here interactions, interaction rate, engagement rate, and so on. And there's some more over here. These are invalid, obviously. Let me go. Yeah, these four interactions and interaction rate. Now there are more ads in Google Ads other than the search ads only. So you got Gmail, you got video, you got display, all these different types of ads. Sometimes they have got different levels of engagement, and it's not just the click which will take them to the landing page. It could be a Gmail ad. When you click on it, it opens up in the Gmail as a bigger ad, and then when they click on that ad, somebody's going to land on the landing page. So this is why they have got these interactions and the interaction rates compared to the clicks or the click-through rate. And the same thing with engagement. An engagement occurs when a consumer engages with an ad. For example, viewing or clicking a video ad. Clicking on a video ad does not mean they have gone through to your website. That means they are starting to watch the video, and this is how we can optimize it. You also have all these other ads like the showcase shopping ad or the expanded lightbox ad, which really expands and makes the ad a lot more bigger. So these engagements can also help us to understand how good or bad our ads are performing. So you can see how relevant they are, or highly targeted ads with attractive content can get viewers to engage more deeply with your brand. So the engagement is kind of like the top of the funnel, I would say, click, and actually the bottom click is the click which is going straight to your landing page. So under the performance, I would have that. Average CPC is the average cost per click. That's also I like to see. You can look at the average target ROAS or CPA or the ROAS if you want to do that, but this is where you can make as many columns as you want. The view rate, watch time, average watch time, and the video played to 25, 50, 75, 100% is for the video campaign. So if I want to see how my video is performing, to what length my audiences are watching my and viewing my video, whether it is for 25, 50, or 75, or 100%, I can look at it through this column. Take this off. So average CPC is good. CPM is cost per thousand, and the view rate is obviously is the number of people who have viewed your video. Okay, this is quite important for video views. The watch time, the total amount of time people viewed or watched your video as shown in seconds. Obviously, the more the seconds are, the higher the watch time. And YouTube loves people or loves ads or channels who have got higher view time or watch time, because what's happening is these videos and channels are making people sit on YouTube for a longer period of time, and that's what they want to do, is to keep us for as long as possible on YouTube, so that Google and YouTube can earn the ad revenue. Okay. Viewability is all to do with video ads. So if you don't do video ads, then you skip that. This is, in my humble opinion, one of the most important sections where we need these conversions, cost per conversions, conversion rate, and if it's an e-commerce website, conversion value. And for e-commerce, I would also recommend the conversion value over cost. What that means is the ROAS. This is the ROAS figure or the number, return on ad spend. If your ROAS is 3, that means every time you spend $1 on Google, you are getting 3 back. So you want that number to be as high as possible. And without that column, you will not be able to see what's happening. But you can also have metrics like the conversion value over click. How much is each click costing? Not costing you, is the value of that click. So let's say you had 100 clicks and you earned £100 or dollars. Then the value, conversion value per click is $1. And then you just keep on scaling it, and as long as that conversion value over click is the same, you are going to keep on increasing and scaling your campaigns. So in here we will have the conversions, cost per conversions, and conversion rate as the absolute minimum I would have for lead generation, and then for e-commerce I will have a couple more other ones as well. And I tend to sort these out like that. I'm going to take that average CPC up next to the, where is my cost? Average clicks, average CPC. So I keep them in this order. It's just a habit of mine. So I can see clicks, average CPC, and cost. Then conversions, cost per conversion, and conversion rate to the. I'll take these out for now. I'll build them up in a bit. Now here's where there's a lot of confusion. What does all conversion, cost per all conversion, and all conversion rate, all conversion value mean, or why is it different to the conversions? So the conversions are the actual macro conversions, and these are all the micro conversions if you have set them up in the account. Quite often we will pull them in through Google Analytics, and what we'll do is then attribute or allocate a value. It's not a currency value, but just a value to see how our ads are performing or our campaigns are performing. So let's say we give 1 point to someone, or 1 value point to someone who viewed our video 25% of the time, and we 4x it, or we give 4 points to someone who viewed 100% of the video, because it's 4 times more valuable than the 25%. And then that value can be allocated and attributed to the ads, the keywords, the ad group, or the campaign. And this is what this means. All, wherever you see all, these should be all your micro conversions and not your main conversions. So a micro conversion could be an email subscriber. It could be a sign up to email subscriber, sign up to your email. Someone scrolled to the bottom of the page, someone stayed on the website for 5 or more minutes, visited multiple pages, and so on. So these are not actual conversions, but these are micro conversions which will lead to the main conversion. Then you can also set up the number of orders, average basket size, average order value if you are on your if you are a e-commerce store, and also for some accounts where you have got your shop visits also whitelisted as a conversion for your account, so you can track how many people came through to your shop through Google Ads. But to keep things simple, again, I'm just going to go through for now just these three metrics. Now you can see there are so many over here. I'm not clicking on all of them because this list is going to become too long, and then you're just going to get overwhelmed with so much data in your face. Conversions, okay. You have the bid simulator. Personally speaking, I don't put them up in my columns. Again, over here, I don't put them in my column set. These are all the attribution KPIs. Attributes, you got campaign type and bid campaign type, but if you want to set up your target CPA or the labels, bid strategy, target ROAS, when you are setting up your smart campaigns and so on, you can check it and show it over here. This is quite important, competitive metrics, because now the average position you can't see for your ads. I mean, you can't see it for a fairly long time. Google had taken it out. So how can you see how competitive your campaigns are? Whether you are losing or winning in the ad auction and being outranked by your competitors or not. First thing I would do is search impression share. Now over here, absolute top impression share is right at the top, and this is the top 4, but search impression share is a good starting point. Then I would look at search lost impression share by rank. That means my bids are very low and I need to do something about it. And by budget as well. But usually you will see that warning sign, limited by budget. So I tend not to put that on my list of my columns. So from here, the maybe 2 or 3 I tend to use are these two, and possibly there if it's in a very, very competitive niche. Now all niches and verticals are competitive, but some of them are cutthroat. If I'm running display campaigns, then obviously this is for display campaigns. Call ads. You can put in the phone calls and phone impressions and phone through rate. You will find that the phone calls will never match your actual calls, because sometimes people will click on it and then they will not call through. But this will give you an indication as to what's happening if you are running call ads. I don't use a lot of these, the message details, but if you are using it, you got your chats, your message impressions, and the chat rate. YouTube earned actions. So how are your ads of videos performing, and if they are earning any likes, views, earned any playlist additions, if somebody went on to add that to your to the playlist, shares, and earn subscribers. You can these are good for video campaigns. Obviously is for YouTube earned actions. So this is again not a direct conversion. It tells you how good or bad a video is performing and the level of engagement you are getting. You've got all the change history over here, reach metrics. I tend not to use it a lot. Gmail forwards, Gmail saves, and Gmail clicks to website. This is a good one if you're running a Gmail. And in here, in custom column, you can set up any kind of custom conversion you want. So let's say you want to, let's see if I've got any custom conversions in here or not. If I don't have it, then I will create a video on this, because this is quite interesting, and I don't have, in fact, so let's say if I want to find out how many people ask for directions as a local action, I can add one as local driving directions, and then you can see it straight away in your column. The data format, you can have it as number, percent, or your currency, and then you save it, and then it's going to show up over here. And if you want to create let's say a local driving directions cost per conversion, or cost per action I should say, you divide that by the cost. So you can create your own formulas and create your own custom column for that KPI. Once you've done that, don't forget, well, you will have to save it, but you save it, and now you don't need to keep doing this over and over again. All of these are over here in my dashboard, and every time I come here, this will be my default set. Okay, so now it's time to go to some questions, if there are any. I'm going to open up the YouTube app. Please don't wait until the very last second, because there is a delay in the transmission, and I may not see your question before I switch everything off. Okay, I've got one question from Mubashir Malik. Any method to get backlinks through Google Ads? No. This is not SEO. It has got nothing to do with backlinks. All you need to do is you set up your ads through Google Ads and basically run your campaigns. And that's how you do it. Backlinks and SEO is a long-term strategy, right? If you want to play the long game and you're willing, or you or your clients are willing to wait months or years, it really depends on how good you are on SEO and how competitive your niche is, then you go that route. But if you want instant traffic, i.e. today or tomorrow, you have to go through Google Ads. Okay, I don't see any more questions today. It's been fairly quiet, so a bit slow start to the week, so never mind. But thank you, Mubashir and Diversify RX, for sending in the question in the comment. I shall be back tomorrow, and Tuesdays I write your ads. So if you want me to write your ad, please send your website URL through WhatsApp or through our website, and I'll schedule it in for you. So till then, stay safe, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye for now.